One of the unique features of a Vypyr 30, and indeed the entire Vypyr range, is the Transtube technology within. Transtube is one of PV's many patents and emulates several different elements of a tube amp, bringing them all together in the correct proportions to create the dynamic tone and feel of tubes within a solid-state amplifier. The realism of tube tone and feel begins in the Transtube analog preamp and finishes in the Transtube power stage. The analog preamp, unlike a digital preamp, will not compress and deteriorate as the volume is increased for live use. Then Transtube emulates the dynamic effects of saturation of a tube amp's output transformer and preamp power amp tube bias shift, married with asymmetrical clipping in every major gain stage, finished with realistic sag from power supply voltage and a lowered damping factor. Transtube is extremely effective at creating warm and rich overdrive and distortion tones which will cut through a mix live, and every one of the 12 amp models available in Vypyr has 2 channels, with at least one of those being a driven tone. This gives a total of 24 amp channels to choose from. Selecting a channel is simple using the amp model dial. The 6 amps around the left hand side are gain-hungry modern style amp models, whilst the 6 to the right are of a more classic nature. Turning the dial to select the twin model, when the indicator is green, you have the clean channel. Pushing the dial will switch it over to the red mode, which is a hot rodded version of the amp, creating mild overdrive. Selecting the Plexi model's red channel, we can hear a fuller, gainier overdrive tone with more weight than on the previous 2 amp models. In Brit mode, the green channel gives a fantastic clipped clean sound, while the B-Cat's red channel gives a superb example of Transtube working in an emulation of a low wattage overdrive sound. The Triple X model has the pristine sound of the clean channel and huge power of the ultra channel. However, the next 5 amplifiers, when used on the green setting, are modelling a crunch tone, such as on the 6505 model here. And of course, the red channel unleashes the full power of this classic amp. So with Transtube technology and 24 amp channels to choose from, the Vypyr 30 gives you a huge amount of realistic and great feeling tube amp models.